What's up YouTube, Alvaro here. Welcome to the Bilingual Stock Market channel again. You guys already know this channel. This is the YouTube channel in which we talk about the market. We do it in Spanish and English in two different languages so you guys can pick your preferred language. And in this video, and as I do it Mondays through Thursdays, I want to make a quick stock market update going over the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq 100, which are the most important indices of the United States stock market. And at the end of the video, I will be breaking down from a technical standpoint the three stocks that will be on the top of my watch list for tomorrow's trading session, and those stocks are Chpt, Apple, and DraftKings. So let's get started. And today we had a red day all across the board. Russell 2000 went down today 1.59%, Dow Jones down 0.36%, Nasdaq 100 also down on the day 0.96%, and the S&P 500 went down 0.53%. Nothing to be worried about. It was a little red day, okay? Let's just put it that way. And before breaking down the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq, I wanted to remind you guys, we have very important earnings to be reported this week and the upcoming week. So tomorrow we have Johnson & Johnson and Procter & Gamble reporting earnings pre-market, and then in the afternoon we are going to have fun, guys. Tomorrow Netflix is reporting earnings after hours, and Netflix is quite a volatile stock when it reports earnings. On Wednesday, we have Verizon pre-market as well, and on Thursday we have AT&T, American Airlines, and Southwest Airlines reporting earnings pre-market, and on Friday we have American Express. Remember that on Fridays no company reports earnings after hours, and every single company that reports earnings on Fridays, they report on Friday mornings before the market opens. Okay, so this is a very important information that you guys have to keep on your radar. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the S&P 500. The S&P 500 closed today at 4163, and take a look at the RSI. The RSI of this index closed last Friday's trading session at 81 points, and it dropped today with this tiny pullback that we saw in the S&P today down to 64 points. So this was a healthy price action for the S&P 500. So I am going to pull up here the 1 hour chart, and in the video that we posted last Thursday, I told you that we might potentially see in the upcoming days a process of consolidation of the S&P 500 trading sideways above 4100. Meaning that if the S&P 500 can trade in the upcoming days without bursting above 4200 or breaking down to the downside 4100, we could see a healthy process of consolidation of this index, so the RSI of this index can come back to earth. This is a possible scenario, definitely. All right, let's see how this plays out in the upcoming days. If tomorrow we keep on seeing the S&P 500 pulling back, the very first level of support that I am going to be looking at before taking any trades is going to be 4120. 4120 already acted as a support for the bulls in this index in 1, 2, and 3 opportunities before, and if 4120 happens, it will be broken to the downside, then the next important level of support that I am going to be watching is going to be 4086. 4086 already acted as a resistance for the bulls in the S&P 500 in 1, 2, and 3 opportunities. Okay, so watch out for these levels tomorrow, and let's see if the scenario that I am telling you guys about plays out. All right, that could be healthy, guys, if the S&P 500 trades sideways for a few days and the RSI in the 4 hour chart can come back to earth. And now let's go ahead and take a look at the Nasdaq 100 and the X, and in the case of this index, the NDX went down today 0.96%, and take a look at the RSI of the Nasdaq 100. It closed today at 57 points. The RSI of the Nasdaq 100 was at 84 points last Thursday. So we have definitely seen a healthy pullback in the case of this index. And now I am going to pull up here the 1 hour chart, and I'm thinking that we might be seeing the same consolidation process that I just told you about the S&P 500. And why? Well, because if the NDX neither bursts above 14,050 nor breaks to the downside the lower support at 13,700 points, this index could potentially trade sideways for some days. And in that case, we are going to see the NDX consolidating, as I said before, above 13,700 points, and without going any higher than that, or without going any higher than 14,050 points, and that is going to be very, but very healthy from a technical standpoint. However, if tomorrow we happen to see the NDX keep on pulling back, the very first important level of support that I am going to be looking at is 13,700. If the NDX pulls up, which is obviously a possibility tomorrow, then the next very important level of overhead resistance for the bulls of this index is going to be 14,050 points, which already acted, which is all-time high, by the way, in the case of the Nasdaq 100, and that already acted as a resistance in 1, 2, and 3 opportunities before. And by the way, guys, because I know that many of you want to buy put options of the S&P 500 of SPY, if the Nasdaq 100 happens to break 13,700 points to the downside, I am going to be buying put options, SPY put options, no doubt about it, okay? Because if the Nasdaq 100 breaks to the downside, this very important level of support, we are going to see the S&P 500 for sure taking a hit. So that's my opinion. Remember that I am not a financial advisor. And the first stock of this video is going to be ticker symbol CHPT, ChargePoint. So let me pull up here the 4-hour chart of ChargePoint. And in the case of ChargePoint, and for those who are not familiar with this company, this is a company that is headquartered here in the US with a small market capitalization of $6 billion. And this company operates a network of electric vehicle charging stations. ChargePoint has commercial operation in 14 countries. And guys, I'm thinking, and remember that I am not a financial advisor, but I think that long term, the prices that we are seeing of ChargePoint over here, this is a long-term steal, guys. Listen, 2 days ago I saw an interview with Kathy Woods, the CEO of ARK Invest, and she said something that was really mind-blowing for me. She says that at ARK Invest, they are expecting new electric vehicle sales in 2025 to be at almost 40 million vehicles. I had to rewind the video. I couldn't believe it, guys. And I am a Tesla bull. But if ARK Invest is right, okay, and we could potentially see in this planet Earth 40 million vehicles, new electric vehicles being sold by 2025, all right? So the prices that we are seeing right now, when it comes to ChargePoint, this is a long-term steal, guys. Period. Full stop. And take a look at this, guys. ChargePoint is trading as of now 58% of its high. So we find a very compelling and interesting long-term discount over here. Okay, but from a technical standpoint, we find a very ugly looking chart. ChargePoint is clearly downtrending, and take a look at this. Let me zoom in here quickly. We find a potential death cross over here. What is a death cross, guys? Well, this is a bearish sign or a bearish indicator that occurs when a shorter time frame crosses below a longer time frame. So here we have the 50 SMA on the 4-hour chart about to cross below the 180 SMA. So from a technical standpoint, this chart looks horrible, okay? Very, but very ugly. However, what's my plan when it comes to Chpt. If this stock happens to drop down to $19.50, I am a buyer of ChargePoint. And why $19.50? Well, because this price already acted as a support for the bulls of ChargePoint in 1, 2, 3, and 4 opportunities before. And take a look at the RSI. The RSI of ChargePoint is at 32 points, so it is already quite low. That is going to increase the likelihood for $19.50 to provide a good support if it is visited tomorrow or in a few days, because that is going to imply that the RSI is going to be even lower. And as I said before, that will definitely increase the odds for the bulls of ChargePoint to find support at 1950 and then bounce back up. If I can take the trade that I am describing here, guys, then my price target is going to be the next foreseeable level of resistance for ChargePoint at $23.88 or $24. $24-ish already acted as a support for ChargePoint in 1, 2, 3, and 4 opportunities before. So from a technical standpoint, this is an area that should provide a very strong level of resistance for this stock. So if we pick up some shares at $19.50 and we sell those shares at $24, give or take, or ish, then this is going to be a trade that is going to provide us a 19% profit, a very solid profit. So watch out for ChargePoint tomorrow or in the upcoming days, visiting $19.50 and finding a good support over there. And the second stock of this video is going to be good old Apple. Let me pull up here the 4-hour. And in the case of Apple, this company is reporting earnings on April 28th. That is going to be not this Wednesday, but the Wednesday after that, okay? So watch out for that. And Apple went up today 0.51% and it closed today's trading session at $134.84. So here we can see the 4-hour and Apple is looking beautiful, guys. We can see a clear uptrend on the 4-hour, and I'm thinking, guys, we have a very important level of resistance coming up for the bulls of Apple at $139. $139 already acted as a resistance for Apple in 1 and 2 opportunities before. So if Apple happens to burst above $139 in the upcoming days, it could easily fill up the gap to all-time high at $145. The RSI is at 61 points, so it is a bit elevated, but Apple is looking beautiful, guys. All right, as I said before, we can see a clear uptrend. It is trading above the moving averages. So we have 2 possible plays over here. As I said before, as a momentum play, if it can burst above $139 and if it fills the gap up to all-time high at $145, or if we happen to see a soft pullback for Apple and it happens to visit $128, which is a previous area of support and resistance, because $128 or $128.50 or $129-ish already acted as a resistance for Apple in 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 opportunities before, but it also acted as a support for Apple back on January 5th. So this is going to be an important area of support if visited, okay? So let's say that we pick up some shares of Apple at $128 and we sell those shares at the upcoming resistance at $139. That is going to be an 8% profit trade, okay? And on the flip side, if we can take a momentum trade on Apple, if it bursts above $139, and if we sell those shares at all-time high at $145, that is going to be a 4.47% profit trade, both very solid profits. So watch out for Apple, guys, tomorrow or in the upcoming days, either visiting $128 and finding a good support over there, or bursting above the next overhead resistance at $139. And the third stock of this video is going to be good old DraftKings, ticker symbol Dkng. And the digital sports entertainment and gaming company DraftKings went down today 2.24%, and it closed today's trading session at $56.68. And in the case of DraftKings, guys, this stock is trading something like 25%, 25% of its highs. And I actually, let me show you over here, guys, because today I opened a swing position on DraftKings. I purchased 50 shares at $56.62, and I have an unrealized gain over here of $3.06. I can get maybe a beer at Walmart with that unrealized gain on DraftKings. So what's my plan when it comes to DraftKings? I would like to purchase more shares if DraftKings happens to visit $54.55. This price already acted as a support for the bulls of DraftKings in one opportunity, but it is also a former resistance that acted as such in 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 opportunities before. The RSI of DraftKings is at 38 points, so from a technical standpoint, we can make the case, and as I said in the case of SearchPoint, that if DraftKings happens to visit $54.67-ish, so the RSI is going to be even lower, and that is going to increase the likelihood for this area to provide a good support for the bulls of DraftKings. Okay, so I am willing to buy more shares at this price. However, I am also willing to buy more shares of DraftKings if I happen to see this stock bursting above the next overhead resistance at $60.56. This price is a former area of support and resistance. It acted as a resistance in one opportunity, and it acted as a support in 1, 2, and 3 opportunities before, but it also coincides, this price also coincides with the 50 SMA on the 4-hour chart. So we are talking about a critical area of resistance for the bulls of DraftKings. So if I am holding my 50 shares, and I see DraftKings bursting above on good volume and momentum above $61, I am going to add more shares to my position, and in that case, my price target is going to be the 180 SMA on the 4-hour chart at $64, all right? So let's say that I add more shares at $54.60, and I sell those shares at the next resistance at $60, or no, not the next resistance, because as I said before, if DraftKings bursts above the $60.50, I am actually going to add more shares to my position. So let's say that I add more shares at either $61 or at $54.50, but I lock in the profit at the 180 SMA on the 4-hour chart, we are looking at a 14% profit. So watch out for DraftKings, guys, tomorrow or in the upcoming days, either visiting $54.50 and finding a good support over there, or bursting above the 50 SMA on the 4-hour chart at around $60.44. That, as I said before, is a former area of resistance and support for DraftKings. And with DraftKings, I am going to wrap up the video. Thank you very much for your attention. Thank you very much for hanging out with me. Once again, remember that we are posting these stock market update videos Mondays through Thursdays. So if you want to get our notifications in a timely manner, you'd better be subscribed to the channel, and you need to activate the notification bell right up there. Follow us on Instagram, guys, at Bilingual Stock Market. On our Instagram account, we are posting news and information about the markets on a daily basis. And remember that this is the Bilingual Stock Market channel, the YouTube channel in which we talk about the markets, and we do it in English and Spanish, so you guys can pick your preferred language. But most importantly, this is the YouTube channel in which we know that the wonderful world of Wall Street is not for geniuses, it is for entrepreneurs just like you guys and myself. My name is Alvaro, and I will see you guys again tomorrow right after the market closes. Peace out. Keep on crossing the market, guys.